Good morning. This is Brendan, and he's 13, going to be 14 in April, and he is in 8th grade at middle school. And we're going to be talking about some of his grades in school. He's actually, we're not really going to be talking about the grades. What we're going to be doing is talking about math. He doesn't really like math, and he's told me that, and I think he's getting a bad grade in math, almost a failing grade or a failing grade in math. And so we're going to talk about his math using some cognitive behavioral therapy. All right, Brendan, can you tell me what it is about the math that you don't like?
It's just really boring.
It's boring.
And the teacher, he doesn't really help us.
Okay, so it's really boring, and the teacher really doesn't help you. So when you think about that, what do you feel inside when it's boring? What do you? Can you tell me a little bit more about what you mean by boring?
It's just not what I want to do.
Not what you want to do for
45 minutes.
For 45 minutes.
I'd rather be looking at George Washington or something like that.
So so what I'm hearing is that you're not really interested in it, and you'd rather be looking at historical information rather than working on math.
Yep.
So tell me this, why do you think that they have you do math in school?
To prepare us.
To prepare you for what?
High school.
For high school. Do you think, okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think that math is important?
Kinda.
Okay.
Not when you, I don't think it'll be important when you grow up.
You don't think it'll be important? Well, let's think about this. When you do math, do you think about on a daily basis the things that you do that involve math? Can you think of anything? Just on a daily basis, some things that you might do that involve some kind of math. It doesn't matter. Simple, difficult, whatever.
Reading the time on a clock.
Exactly. Reading the time on a clock, okay? And
putting numbers into a microwave.
Putting numbers into a microwave, yes.
That's just knowing numbers.
Yes. But it's a type of math. So what do you feel when you do that type of math? How does that make you feel inside? Just does it feel easy or difficult or?
No, it's just normal.
It's just normal. So it just comes naturally to you. So when you think about that, how did you, when you got to go back and think about that. So how did you think about that? How did you learn that?
Knowing my numbers.
Uh-huh. How did you learn that? You know your numbers, and it's pretty easy, right? So do you feel comfortable with it, or does that type of math make you nervous, or what do you feel inside?
Nothing. Neutral.
Just neutral. Okay. So tell me now, when you compare that to the math that you're learning in school, tell me what the difference is. Because I know. Okay, so tell me what that difference is.
You do hard stuff in school, not no-brainer stuff.
Okay, so that is a no-brainer. So what do you think made it a no-brainer?
Because everybody who goes to a microwave or can read a clock knows their numbers. It's just there.
But not. I don't think everybody can do that. So
everybody that can at least reach a microwave.
So they can. Well, what about other things? Like, think about other things that you do. Let me give you an example. Like when you divide a pizza. How would that involve math? You cut it in what?
However many pieces you wanted in.
Uh-huh. So what do? You start out cutting it in what?
One.
Half, quarters,
And then eighths.
and eighths,
16th.
and 16. Okay, so that's pretty easy. How do you feel about that?
Easy. It's normal.
Okay, so do you feel pretty comfortable? It doesn't make you, what I'm wondering is does it make you nervous when you do that?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So why do you think it doesn't make you nervous?
Because it's normal.
It's normal? Let's look at another word for normal. Let's see. It's normal. It's something that let me ask you this. Is it something that you feel comfortable with?
Yes.
Okay. So how did you get to feeling comfortable with that? Say you're cutting up with those numbers you said that are normal. You said that using putting the numbers into the microwave, knowing your numbers, you're really comfortable with that, right?
Yep.
So what got you to that feeling? What got you to feeling comfortable?
I don't know. Just anything, I guess.
Uh-huh. Anything? No. Now let's be serious. So what do you think? So what I'm looking for is what got you to feeling comfortable with that? Did you do it over and over again? Is it something that you did over and over again where you felt comfortable?
Sure.
Okay. So if you were thinking about the math that you're doing now in school, okay? If you're thinking about that, what could you do to make you feel inside comfortable with that? What do you think you could do?
Nothing. I don't like math.
Okay.
I like history better.
I know, but I know you like history, but math is something that's important to get you through school. You realize that, right?
Yes.
Okay, you understand that. Okay, so when you sit down and you're doing that math in school, when you sit there and you're looking at it, what are you feeling inside?
This is hard.
This is hard.
Yes.
Okay, so what other feelings? Does it make you like nervous or
Yes.
anxious, or what does it make you feel inside? Does it make you angry? That's what I'm looking for, or I'm looking for those kinds of feelings that it's making you feel when you sit down and you look at that math, you go into that math class with that teacher and you sit there and you're like, okay, this is really making me
Angry.
feel what? Angry?
Angry and nervous.
Angry and nervous. Okay. So that's what it's making you feel angry and nervous. And so what else did, when you look back at when you were learning how to use a microwave, or you were learning how to divide a pizza in all those different pieces, when you first learned that, did that make you nervous or angry?
No.
It didn't.
No.
And why do you think that is?
Because it's no-brainer stuff.
Why would that stuff be a no-brainer stuff, and then the other stuff that you're learning in school not be a no-brainer?
Because on microwaves and reading clocks, you don't have to divide exponents and components and
Okay.
multiply them by each other.
Okay. So
You simply push a number. And
okay.
the microwave goes for that.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think would get you to that point where you would feel that about those types of things, that you would feel the same way? This is what I would like you to do, is feel the same way about that kind of math that you feel now about cutting up a pizza or putting numbers into a microwave or reading a clock or a watch. What do you think would help you do that? Make you change those feelings?
I think working harder.
Working harder.
Yes.
Okay. So working harder or practicing or how about this? How about if what I want you to do, I'm going to give you some homework to do, okay? And what I want you to do is kind of focus on that homework that you're doing on those and write. I want you to write down when you're thinking about school. I would like you to, for the next time we talk, I want you to write down what you're feeling when you walk into that math classroom inside for me, okay?
Okay.
All right, and the next time we meet, we'll talk about it some more, so you bring your paper to me and you will have wrote down what you're feeling and what I mean by angry, anxious, those types of things, okay? You think about that, okay? All right, thank you.